Hi there, this is Jen Arkfeld with my very first video for my blog, stampedsilly.blogspot.com. So, I'm going to do a super quick, easy card, and some of you already saw this card posted on my blog on Sunday for the Paper Players Silver or Gold Challenge. This is probably one of the quickest, super easy cards you could create. So I'm going to do a slightly different version of it, but it's basically the same. So let's get started. I'm going to start out with a piece of Island Indigo cardstock, and it is cut to the size of a card front, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And to get started here, I'm going to use a piece of, this is actually stamping mask paper that I've already die cut to my shape. You can also use a sticky note or anything of that nature. You could use a piece of copy paper and use a little repositional adhesive on the back side. But this comes with some backing on it, and the entire surface is sticky. And when I do this technique, I like that because I don't want if I was using a sticky note and it became saturated, I don't want it to curl up and get the spray underneath of it. So I went ahead and stuck that down, and I'm going to put a piece of scrap paper underneath there, and then I'm going to spray a little mix I made, and my mix is some of our platinum all-purpose shimmer paint. And I used just a little bit of that, and I will tell you, I don't have it in a Stampin' Up, one of my Stampin' Up misters. I actually definitely prefer the Stampin' Up misters because this off-brand, they are quite a bit larger, so they hold more ink. But you know what? I've used up all of my Stampin' Up ones are already in use, so that's how much I like them. But I put just a little bit of shimmer paint at the bottom, and I mean just a little bit, and then I fill the rest of my sprayer up with rubbing alcohol. I was using water, but I think that made it too runny. So I'm going to shake up my mister really good, and make sure you're pointing your mister at your paper. That's a key there. And I'm going to give it just some good squirts. I'm going to go heavy in this lower corner because I want it to look like a snowburst. So, and you can see that curled my paper up pretty good, but once you go to adhere it, it's not going to matter. I'm going to let that dry just a minute so that I can pull that paper off without leaving fingerprints in my wet shimmer spray. I've learned that from experience. So I think that's probably dry enough. I'm going to peel up my mask. You can see what I mean when if you were to use a sticky note, that could easily curl up because I did spray quite a bit. That's my squeaky chair, by the way. Okay, so now I'm going to take my stamp from the Ornament Keepsakes collection, our stamp set, and I'm going to ink it up with some Versamark. I'm going to get it really nice and inky, and I'm going to ink that right inside of that die cut area. Okay, and then I'm going to use a little bit of clear embossing powder on there, and we're going to heat emboss that up. Give it a little more shine. We're all about shine, right? So, I'm going to do like so, and then I'm going to heat that up. Wow, now I have that heat embossed, and you can see that adds some shine to the ornament. There we go, you can really see that shine there. Now I'm going to stamp the sentiment right over the top of the embossing, and Normally, when you stamp over the top of embossing, the embossing actually resists the ink, but with this silver shimmer paint, you are not going to get that emboss resist. It's going to dry right on top. So here I've got a sponge dauber, and my sentiment is from Greetings of the Season. It's the Peace on Earth stamp. Once you have that really good and inky, then you're going to go ahead and turn it and stamp it on your image right over the top. And you're going to want that to dry a second. And then grab your poker tool or something and poke a good hole at the top of your ornament. That's for your string to go through. So you'll just guide your string through and tuck my strings down and cut off the excess. And oopsie. And then, oopsie, I need to tighten that up. You know what's nice about using the snail there? You can just pull that straight and tighten that up and tuck it back. And then, using a glue dot, I will glue down a bow. And anyway, you can finish this off however you want. I actually will probably cut this down a little bit smaller than a card front, like I did on this one here. I'm going to get rid of this. On this one here, just so that I have some white borders all the way around, and add a couple of rhinestone jewels, aka stars, and you've got a really cute card that's super simple and super quick. Here's one more idea using that same technique. Here I used the Come to Bethlehem set, and again used a mask and masked off the I actually stamped on the mask and then cut it out and set that over the top and sprayed. I will tell you, normally I probably wouldn't have done this little technique down here with the button and the bow, but I have a big goof under there, so it's one of those great things we love about stamping right, is you can always fix your mistakes. So anyway, there you have it, my first video for you guys to see. I hope you enjoy. Thanks.